Have you ever felt like you're different from everyone else? Like you have a special purpose or calling in life? If so, you might be what some people call a chosen one. But here's the thing, being special can also make you a target. There are people out there who don't have your best interests at heart. In fact, some of them might even be evil. Now, I know evil is a strong word, but in this video, we're going to talk about something really important: how to spot the signs that someone might be trying to harm you or hold you back from your true potential. This isn't about judging others or thinking you're better than anyone else. It's about protecting yourself and staying true to your path. Why does this matter so much? Well, imagine you're on a journey to become the best version of yourself. You're working hard, growing, and trying to make a positive difference in the world. But then someone comes along and starts to mess with your head, making you doubt yourself or feel bad about who you are. That's not okay, and it can really slow you down or even knock you off course. But don't worry, knowledge is power. Once you know what to look for, you'll be much better equipped to deal with these negative influences. You'll be able to spot the warning signs early and take steps to protect yourself. This can save you a lot of pain and frustration in the long run. So, whether you're just starting to explore your spiritual side or you've been on this path for a while, this information is crucial. It's like having a map that shows you where the dangerous areas are so you can avoid them. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer idea of how to recognize when someone might be trying to harm you or hold you back. Remember, being aware doesn't mean being afraid. It means being prepared and empowered. So let's dive in and learn how to keep ourselves safe while we continue to grow and shine our light in the world. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of spotting evil, let's talk about what it means to be a chosen one. Now, this might sound like something out of a fantasy movie, but it's actually a concept that shows up in many spiritual traditions and belief systems. Being a chosen one doesn't mean you're better than anyone else. It's not about being superior or having special powers. Instead, it's about having a strong sense of purpose or feeling called to do something important with your life. Maybe you feel deeply connected to the world around you, or you have a burning desire to make a positive change in the world. Perhaps you've always felt a bit different from others, like you see things in a way that not everyone else does. Chosen ones often feel a deep sense of responsibility. They might feel like they have a mission or a role to play in making the world a better place. This could be through healing, teaching, creating art, or any number of other ways. The key is that they feel drawn to use their unique gifts and perspectives to help others or to bring about positive change. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Because chosen ones often have this strong sense of purpose and a desire to do good, they can sometimes be targets for people who don't have such good intentions. Why? Well, there are a few reasons. Chosen ones often have a lot of energy and enthusiasm. This can be attractive to people who want to use that energy for their own purposes. Many chosen ones are naturally trusting and want to see the best in people. This can make them vulnerable to those who might want to take advantage of them. The unique perspective and insights of chosen ones can be threatening to people who don't want things to change or who feel threatened by people who think differently. Some people simply don't like it when others try to make positive changes or live according to higher principles. They might try to bring chosen ones down out of jealousy or fear. It's important to understand that being a chosen one doesn't make you invincible or immune to negative influences. In fact, it might even make you more sensitive to the energy and intentions of those around you. That's why it's so crucial to learn how to protect yourself and recognize when someone might not have your best interests at heart. Remember, being a chosen one is not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about being willing to listen to your inner guidance, to stand up for what you believe in, and to use your unique gifts to make a positive difference. It's a journey of growth, learning, and sometimes challenges. But by staying true to yourself and being aware of the potential pitfalls, you can navigate this path with greater confidence and effectiveness. In the next sections, we'll start looking at some specific signs that might indicate you're dealing with someone who could be harmful to your growth and well-being. These signs can help you protect your energy and stay focused on your path, no matter what challenges you might face. Now that we understand what it means to be a chosen one and why it's so important to be aware of negative influences, Let's dive into the first major sign that you might be dealing with an evil person. They constantly put you down. When someone is always trying to make you feel bad about yourself, it's a big red flag. This isn't just about someone having a bad day or occasionally saying something hurtful. We're talking about a pattern of behavior where this person seems to go out of their way to criticize you, belittle your achievements, or make you doubt yourself. Imagine you've just accomplished something you're really proud of. Maybe you've started a new project to help people in your community, or you've made progress in your spiritual practice. You're feeling good about it, and you decide to share your excitement with this person. But instead of being happy for you, they say something like, "Oh, that's nice, I guess. But don't you think you're being a bit full of yourself? It's not like you're really changing the world or anything." Ouch, right? That kind of comment can really sting, especially when it comes from someone you trust or look up to. It's designed to take the wind out of your sails and make you question your own worth and abilities. Or maybe you're sharing a dream or a goal you have. Instead of encouraging you, they might say, "Come on, be realistic. Someone like you could never do that. You're not special enough." These kinds of statements are meant to crush your spirit and make you give up on your dreams. Sometimes, the put-downs might be more subtle. They might disguise their criticism as helpful advice or just being honest. They might say things like, "I'm only telling you this because I care about you, but you're really not cut out for this kind of work. You should probably stick to something simpler." They want to control you. By making you doubt yourself, they hope you'll become dependent on them for validation and approval. They're jealous. Your light and your purpose might make them feel threatened or insecure about their own lives. They want to dim your light. If you start to believe you're not capable or worthy, you're less likely to pursue your goals and make a positive impact. They feed off negative energy. Some people actually feel better when they're bringing others down. Now, it's important to note that not everyone who criticizes you is evil. Constructive criticism from people who genuinely care about you can be helpful for growth. The difference is in the intention and the pattern. Constructive criticism is specific, actionable, and delivered with kindness. It's meant to help you improve, not to make you feel bad about yourself. So how can you tell the difference? Pay attention to how you feel after interacting with this person. Do you consistently feel worse about yourself? Do you feel drained, discouraged, or like you want to give up on your dreams? These are signs that this person's criticism is not coming from a place of love or genuine concern. As a chosen one, you might be particularly sensitive to this kind of treatment. You might feel the negativity more deeply than others. But remember, this sensitivity is also a strength. It allows you to pick up on subtle energies and intentions that others might miss. If you recognize this pattern in someone in your life, it's important to take steps to protect yourself. This might mean setting boundaries, limiting your interactions with this person, or even cutting them out of your life if necessary. Remember, you have a purpose and a path to follow. Don't let anyone convince you that you're not worthy or capable of achieving great things. In the next section, we'll look at another sign that you might be dealing with an evil person. When they try to control you. This often goes hand in hand with putting you down, as both are ways of trying to diminish your power and keep you under their influence. Stay tuned to learn how to recognize and deal with controlling behavior. After putting you down, the next big sign that you're dealing with an evil person is when they try to control you. This kind of behavior can be really tricky to spot at first, especially if the person is sneaky about it. But once you know what to look for, you'll start to see the patterns. Controlling behavior is all about power. The person trying to control you wants to be in charge of your life, your choices, and even your thoughts. They might act like they know what's best for you, but really, they're just trying to make you do what they want. Let's say you're excited about a new spiritual practice you've discovered. Maybe it's meditation or a new way of connecting with nature. You feel really good about it and want to explore more. But when you tell this person about it, they react negatively. They might say things like, "That's dangerous. You shouldn't be messing with that stuff. Stick to what I've taught you." They're not just expressing concern. They're trying to make you give up something that's important to you. Or maybe you've made a new friend who you really connect with, but the controlling person in your life doesn't like it. They might say, "I don't think you should hang out with them. They're not good for you." They might even try to make plans with you all the time, so you don't have a chance to see your new friend. This is them trying to control who you spend time with and isolate you from others. Sometimes, the control can be more subtle. They might try to guilt you into doing things their way. If you really cared about me, you'd do this, they might say. Or they might use fear to control you, always warning you about bad things that could happen if you don't listen to them. They're insecure. By controlling you, they feel more powerful and important. They're afraid of losing you. If you become too independent, they worry you might not need them anymore. They want to use you. By controlling your actions, they can make you do things that benefit them. They don't want you to grow. Your personal growth might make them feel left behind or threatened. As a chosen one, you might find this kind of control especially suffocating. You have a strong sense of your own path and purpose, and having someone try to steer you away from that can feel really wrong. Trust that feeling. It's your inner wisdom telling you that something's not right. Remember, healthy relationships are based on mutual respect and support, not control. Someone who truly cares about you will encourage your growth and independence, even if it sometimes means you make choices they wouldn't make. If you recognize these controlling behaviors in someone in your life, it's important to start setting boundaries. This might mean saying no more often, making decisions without asking for their input, or spending more time with people who support your independence. It's not always easy, but it's crucial for staying true to your path. Now, let's talk about another big sign that you might be dealing with an evil person. They lie a lot. Lying is a really serious issue because it breaks trust and makes it hard to know what's real and what's not. When we talk about lying, we're not just talking about big, obvious lies. Those are bad enough. But sometimes the small, everyday lies can be just as harmful. These are the kind of lies that can make you doubt yourself and your own perception of reality. Maybe you've caught this person in a lie, and when you confront them about it, they deny it completely. They might say, "I never said that," even when you're sure they did. This kind of lying is called gaslighting, and it's a way of making you doubt your own memory and judgment. Or maybe they make promises they never keep. They might say, "Of course I'll help you with your project," but when the time comes, they always have an excuse for why they can't. This kind of lying erodes trust over time and can leave you feeling let down and unsupported. Sometimes, the lies might be about other people. They might spread rumors or gossip, saying things like, "Did you hear what so-and-so said about you?" When you check with the other person, you find out it wasn't true at all. This kind of lying is meant to create drama and conflict, often to keep you isolated or dependent on the liar, to manipulate situations to their advantage. By twisting the truth, they can often get what they want, to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. Lying allows them to escape the consequences of their behavior, to maintain control. If you're always unsure about what's true, you're more likely to rely on them for information. Sometimes, they might lie just for the thrill of it. They enjoy the power that comes from deceiving others. For chosen ones, dealing with a habitual liar can be especially challenging. You might have a strong sense of intuition or a deep commitment to truth, which makes the lies feel even more jarring and wrong. Trust those feelings. Your ability to sense when something isn't right is one of your strengths. Lying is a big problem in any relationship, but it's especially harmful when it comes to spiritual growth. The spiritual path is all about seeking truth and authenticity. When someone constantly lies to you, it can create confusion and doubt, which can really slow down your progress. If you realize that someone in your life is lying to you regularly, it's important to address it. This might mean having a serious conversation with them about honesty and trust. It might mean double-checking information they give you with other sources. In some cases, if the lying is severe and the person shows no signs of changing, it might mean distancing yourself from them to protect your own sense of truth and reality. Remember, you deserve to have people in your life who are honest with you. Don't let anyone convince you that their lies are okay or that you're overreacting. Your commitment to truth is one of your greatest strengths as a chosen one. Honor that by surrounding yourself with people who value honesty as much as you do. As we move forward, keep in mind that these signs, putting you down, trying to control you, and lying, often go hand in hand. An evil person might use all of these tactics together to try to manipulate and harm you. But now that you know what to look for, you're better equipped to protect yourself and stay true to your path. Let's move on to another important sign that you might be dealing with an evil person. They don't respect your boundaries. Boundaries are like invisible lines that define what's okay and what's not okay and how people treat you. They're super important for your well-being and personal growth. When someone doesn't respect your boundaries, it can feel like they're invading your personal space or pushing you to do things you're not comfortable with. This can be really draining and stressful, especially for chosen ones who might be more sensitive to other people's energy. Maybe you've told this person that you need some alone time to recharge or to work on your spiritual practice, but they keep calling you, texting you, or even showing up at your house unannounced. They might say things like, "Oh, I know you said you wanted to be alone, but I thought you wouldn't mind if I stopped by." This shows they're putting their wants above your needs. Or perhaps you've told them that you don't want to discuss certain topics, like your love life or your family issues. But they keep bringing these topics up, saying things like, "I'm just worried about you," or "I'm only trying to help." Even if they sound concerned, they're still crossing a line you've clearly drawn. Sometimes, boundary crossing can be physical. They might stand too close to you, touch you without permission, or go through your personal belongings. They might act like it's no big deal, saying, "We're close, so it's fine," right? But if it makes you uncomfortable, it's not fine at all. They want to feel in control. By pushing past your boundaries, they feel powerful. They're selfish. They care more about what they want than about your comfort or needs. They want to test you. They're seeing how much they can get away with. They might not believe you have the right to set boundaries with them. For chosen ones, having your boundaries ignored can be especially upsetting. You might feel things more deeply than others, so when someone pushes past your limits, it can really throw you off balance. But remember, your sensitivity is also a strength. It helps you recognize when something isn't right. If you notice someone consistently ignoring your boundaries, it's important to speak up. Restate your boundaries clearly and firmly. If they still don't listen, you might need to set consequences, like spending less time with them or cutting off contact altogether. Remember, you have the right to protect your space and energy. Now, let's talk about a sign that can be especially relevant for chosen ones. Evil people tend to drain your energy. This isn't about physical tiredness, though that can be part of it. We're talking about a deep, spiritual kind of exhaustion that you feel after spending time with certain people. As a chosen one, you might be more tuned into energy than most people. You might notice how some people make you feel uplifted and inspired, while others leave you feeling drained and depleted. This energy drain is a big red flag that you might be dealing with someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart. After spending time with this person, you feel exhausted, even if you haven't done anything particularly tiring. You might feel like you need a nap, or like you can't focus on anything else for a while. You might notice that your mood takes a nosedive after interacting with them. Even if nothing specifically bad happened, you just feel down or anxious for no clear reason. Maybe you find yourself dreading interactions with this person. The thought of seeing them or talking to them makes you feel heavy or stressed out. Sometimes, the energy drain isn't immediate. You might feel okay while you're with them, but afterwards, you crash. You might feel irritable, sad, or just off for hours or even days after spending time with them. Some people, often unknowingly, feed off the energy of others. They might be going through a tough time and unconsciously seeking energy from those around them. Evil people might deliberately try to bring down your energy. If you're feeling low and drained, you're easier to manipulate and control. Constantly defending yourself against put-downs, lies, and boundary violations is exhausting. Even if you're not actively fighting with this person, being on guard all the time takes a lot of energy. Your energy might be clashing with theirs on a spiritual level. If their intentions or vibrations are very different from yours, just being around them can be draining. As a chosen one, you might feel this energy drain more intensely than others. Your sensitivity to energy is a gift, but it also means you need to be extra careful about who you spend your time with. If you notice that someone consistently leaves you feeling drained, it's important to take steps to protect your energy. This might mean limiting your time with them, setting stronger boundaries, or using energy protection techniques like visualization or carrying protective crystals. Remember, your energy is precious. As a chosen one, you need that energy to fulfill your purpose and make a positive impact in the world. Don't let anyone drain you dry. Now that we've talked about the signs of evil people, let's discuss how you can protect yourself. Remember, being a chosen one doesn't mean you have to be a victim. You have the power to shield yourself from negative influences and keep your energy strong. First and foremost, trust your gut. As a chosen one, you have strong intuition. If something feels off about a person or situation, pay attention to that feeling. Don't let anyone talk you out of your instincts. Set clear boundaries and stick to them. It's okay to say no. It's okay to tell people how you want to be treated. And it's definitely okay to distance yourself from people who don't respect your boundaries. Practice self-care and energy protection. This could mean meditation, prayer, or whatever spiritual practices resonate with you. Some people find it helpful to visualize a protective light around themselves. Others use crystals or other objects that make them feel safe and grounded. Surround yourself with positive people who support your growth and respect your path. These are the people who lift you up, who are happy for your successes, and who encourage you to be your best self. Don't be afraid to seek help if you need it. This could mean talking to a trusted friend, a spiritual advisor, or even a therapist. Sometimes, getting an outside perspective can help you see situations more clearly. Remember, it's not your job to change evil people or to put up with their behavior. Your job is to stay true to your path and to use your gifts to make a positive impact in the world. As we wrap up this discussion, I want to remind you of something really important. Being a chosen one means you have incredible power and potential. Don't let anyone make you doubt that. You have a unique perspective on the world. You have gifts and abilities that are meant to be used for good. And you have a purpose that's bigger than any negative person or situation you might encounter. Yes, there are people out there who might try to bring you down or knock you off your path. But now you know how to spot them. You know how to protect yourself. And most importantly, you know that their actions say more about them than they do about you. Your sensitivity, your intuition, your desire to make a positive change in the world. These are all strengths, not weaknesses. Embrace them. Use them. Let them guide you on your journey. Remember, being a chosen one isn't about being perfect or never facing challenges. It's about having the courage to stay true to yourself and your purpose, even when it's difficult. It's about using your unique gifts to make the world a little bit better in whatever way feels right to you. So stay strong. Keep shining your light. Don't let anyone dim it. The world needs what you have to offer. We've covered a lot of ground in this video, from recognizing the signs of evil people to protecting yourself and remembering your power as a chosen one. It's a lot to take in, but I hope you're feeling more empowered and informed. Remember, knowledge is power. Now that you know what to look out for, you're better equipped to navigate your path and protect your energy. Don't be afraid to use this information to make changes in your life if you need to. Being a chosen one isn't always easy, but it's incredibly important. The world needs people like you, people who are sensitive, intuitive, and committed to making a positive difference. By taking care of yourself and staying true to your path, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping to make the world a better place. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you're stronger than you know. Keep shining your light, chosen one. The world is better because you're in it.